Hey guys, this is Sean Wells. I was just working on some retablo sketches for the upcoming Spanish market, and I've had several people ask me about sketching techniques. So I thought I'd just share what I know. I've been taking art classes all my life, and I thought I'd share a few of the basic tricks that you can find just about anywhere, but it's good to hear them in video form. So this is the first of, I think, probably a series of videos on sketching. This lesson is going to be on faces, and the first step is to draw an egg. An egg is a really great shape to start with, and you can see I'm not just going for broke and putting a hard line down and drawing an egg shape. I think that's one of the first mistakes people make is try to make the first line be the line, and then they get sad when it's not perfect, and then it's of course hard to erase once you have it down that dark. So I'm just using a real lightweight to get that nice even stroke and define the lines. The next thing is to divide the egg in half vertically, and then this is where most people make their biggest mistake, and that is they tend to draw their eyes up really high like that because we think of the forehead being a certain distance to the eyes, and then the whole face feels long when you do that. So we're going to actually take the space between the two ends of the egg and divide that in half, then take the narrow end of the egg, divide that in half again, and then take the last segment of the egg and divide that in half again. Again, really light lines, just light guidelines. So essentially this is the eyes, this is the nose, and this is the mouth. For the eyes, you're gonna take an almond size about halfway through, the center of it will be halfway through the remainder of the egg half. And you just do that almond shape. Again, don't give your eyes those hard lines. Not everybody has goth makeup, so eventually this is just gonna all be shading. So you're just giving yourself a guide to where you wanna put the shading. Eyebrows, depends on if you're doing a male or a female. Males are gonna have fuller eyebrows, females are gonna have thinner, and then, you know, some people will have very thin eyebrows depending on your character. I'm going to start with the male, and then I'm going to evolve it to a female. A nose, I usually just do, the most basic shape you can do for a nose is just a little spread out U shape. So it's just like that. You can also indicate some nostrils by coming back the other way. So you end up with a U shape with little wings. And then the mouth, we're going to do an M. It's a real spread out letter M. And then underneath the M you do a line, and that's indicating the lip turn, the bottom lip turning over. It's just a little shadow line right there. So that's a basic face. A lot of people make the mistake of making the ears up high, and they do a letter C. What I do is sort of like the M on its side. It's like this shape, and you want to kind of start it at the top of the eye. They're much lower than people think they are. You just want a little indication about an ear, or you end up with kind of a goofy looking person. So with the eye, let's just say we started our eye. We want to really focus on that top line for the lashes. Even males are going to have a darker line there. And then for your eyeball, of course you can make it looking left, looking right, but what you don't want is a full circle like that. Rarely do you see the full iris unless the person is just kind of crazed. So you want to engage the circle to the top lid, wherever you put it, by about a third. I'm going to just have them kind of looking straight on. I'm going to darken that top lash. With the iris, there's a dark rim. If you just study an eyeball, stare into someone's eyes, a lot of it is about observation. So I'm adding the pupil now, and then I'm going to leave a little white spot for the little, and that just gives a little luminous life to the eye. Kind of have this bird wing look for the eyebrows. They're going to line up with about the inside of the eye, and then they're going to extend out a little bit. But you can see I'm putting no hard lines in there. So I feel like his jawline. So a male is going to have a wider jaw, like that. And then, of course, you're going to add your hair, whatever. And then you're going to go back in with your shading. So it's always really dark right here where the eye. I always start there and kind of work my way out. If you can work a lid in, it's going to be brighter. The lower lid's going to be brighter than the upper lid. There's always a little catch right here if you know your makeup. And then we all, as much as we don't want them, we have a little bit of darkness under the eye there where it recedes. And then you can start to shape the nose. The mouth has sort of a one, then a U shape, and then a panel here where the little dip in the mouth happens. I'm sure there's a name for that. So you want to kind of reverse the shading over here, a little bit of shading over there. Practice with photos. And you know, there's lots of tricks out there to help you get basic dimensions. With the man, you don't want to overdo the lips because they're just not going to have a lot of color or shape or volume there. So there's our basic wanted poster. So if we're going to make it a female, we're going to, of course, extend the lashes. We're going to narrow the jaw. Maybe give her a little bit of a cheekbone here. So bring it in a little. Emphasize the eye color a little like we would with our eyeshadow. I'm going to narrow the nose. And then, of course, we want to have fuller lips. You can really have fun with this. Just a tiny bit of change in the lip shape can really give a different expression. So I kind of build this up slowly till you get it to where you like it. You don't want to go full Angelina Jolie before you're ready. And then we're going to connect up these lines for the woman because she's got a little more color to the lip. You can add a little bit of vertical stripe there to give some texture to the lip. And then, you know what? She gets a little more wave to the hair. And our dude becomes a girl. But you can see there's very few really hard, rigid lines. It's almost all shaped with loose lines. Sometimes if I'm not sure where I want something to be, I just keep using these loose, sketchy lines to kind of feel which way I want the hair to go, and then when I see the wave I like, then I kind of pick it up and commit to it a little bit. But let those little loose lines help you decide what you want to do, because you might see, oh, her chin looks a little masculine, let me soften it up. And you can do that if you use those light lines to keep working her. Okay, well, I hope you find this useful. Please think about joining us. We're doing a live painting event at Monk's Corner Tap Room this Friday night. We're going to have a lot of cool artists. Anyone is invited to come sketch. It's just a great opportunity to practice your sketching skills, whether you're a pro or you're just wanting to relax and try sketching. Bring your sketchbooks, bring your pencils. We're going to have a beautiful model lit with some nice lighting, and it's totally a free event. 7 to 9 p.m. at Monk's Corner Tap Room. Hope to see some of you there, and happy drawing!